Where are we going?
We're gonna go to Chuck E. Cheese. I'm so fucking stoked to see fucking Venom right now that we made a fucking centerpiece at work of the Primeval album. Where, you know, Demolition Man, Mantas, Abaddon, we're all on it. It's fucking sick.
Welcome, Heavy Metal Maniacs. We're here with Venom Inc. So how's the tour going so far?
It's been going really well. I mean, last night in Seattle was absolutely insane. The crowd were crazy. To be perfectly honest, it's been getting crazier and crazier and crazier as we've gone on. So, Portland, you've got a lot to live up to.
All I'm thinking about is a cigarette right before Venom goes on.
Hell yeah.
I'm gonna thrash the fuck.
Is there a song you want to hear?
What song don't I want to hear?
The tour's just been getting stronger and stronger as we go. People are getting right behind the band. They're understanding what we're about. They're understanding that we're here to play. And we're having a fucking great time. It's really good. It's really cool.
So, when did you guys decide to go from Empire Evil to full-on Venom Inc.?
But basically it came around last April. Empire of Evil were booked to do the Keep It True festival in Germany by Oliver Weisenhammer. And he made a suggestion that, you know, he would like to see some Venom songs, and we said, well, there's songs in the set, but he said, well, what if Abaddon was there? Because he was at a festival in England called Brofest. Abaddon was there in the audience. Tony Dolan was doing his Atomcraft thing, and he asked me to jump up and play a couple of songs with him, which I did. And then another band called Cauldron, they asked me to get up and do Die Hard, so I did, and Oliver was there, and he says, it would have been great if Abaddon had Getting Up, you know? So he said, what about a few songs? So, you know, I myself and Abaddon have spoken about this, and at first my initial reaction was, no, I don't know about this, you know, because we hadn't spoken since '98. But eventually we agreed to do it. We went on stage. We just met in Germany. Abaddon still lives in Newcastle, England. Tony lives in London in England. I live in Portugal, so rehearsals were impossible. So we just agreed on the songs, met up in Germany, played the songs, and no way did we expect the reaction that we got. It was incredible.
It was all about doing one gig. 5 songs, that was it. It was have a laugh, it was play for that crowd. It was a great crowd, very knowledgeable crowd. And it was about playing those songs for them, a little piece of history, that's it, finished.
So what's the biggest difference between shows and, you know, scene and everything that was going on between now and like back in like the 80s?
Right at this present moment, I don't see any difference whatsoever. I mean, I firmly believe that everything in your life, everything in time, whether it be fashion, music, whatever it is, it's cyclic and it comes round again. And we've already spoken about this. I mean, back in the early days, we didn't know what the hell was happening. We didn't know what we had done different, and, you know, the whole thing exploded. And the same thing is happening now. The crowds are so appreciative, and I mean, you know, when you're standing on stage and you see a few guys turn to each other and go, "Fuck yes," when we announce a song, and you know, we've honestly had grown men our own age standing in front of us crying, saying it's you know, this is unbelievable. You know, I felt 16 again. You know, I felt 18 again. We've had some tremendous experiences with the fans on this tour. We had some amazing experiences with the fans in Brazil, same in Europe. It's just been one crazy ride. It does feel like a throwback.
Like a throwback, yeah. It sounds like when we first rehearsed. When we were rehearsing in 79, 80, 81. That's how we sound. That's how we're going to sound tonight. It sounds like a metal band rehearsing. And if it didn't, if it sounded overproduced or if it sounded kind of cliched, I think we would all have looked at each other. Certainly me and Jeff would have looked at each other and said, you know, this is bollocks, this is bullshit. But it sounds, you know, we're both over 50 years of age, you know, and it sounds like a fucking band kicking off. And every night, you know, we get stuck in and we fucking look at each other and it's fucking great. It's incredible.
It's still what it was when we were young guys. I mean, it's still bordering on chaos. Yeah. I mean, Empire of Evil, you know, we went in there as a super tight band. This Venom thing doesn't need that, you know, it needs that chaotic element. And I've said this a multitude of times now, that it's taken me this long in my career to realise that the actual physical sound and attitude of Venom has always came from Abaddon and myself. I don't know what it is. There's some chemistry between, I honestly can't put my finger on it, but there's some chemistry between us two when we play that, I don't know, it creates that Venom sound. And now you add the Demolition Man in, who, you know, he's a great performer, he's a great vocalist, great bass player, he's got really good stage presence. Add all that together and everybody is saying, this is Venom. You know, and we not once on any gig that we've played, and we've played a lot since April, not once on any gig have we heard a crowd chant Venom Inc., Venom Inc. It's just Venom, Venom. And that, for me, speaks volumes. It's the fans who are deciding, not us. We went out there and said, we're not going to say this is it.
We originally went out, and it was Jeff's decision, we went out as a band called Iron and Steel. That's what the band was called, and that was that. And the promoter said, you know, we want to use the Venom, we want to use the Venom tag, because that tells people who you are. And, you know, Jeff dug in and he said, for a long time, he said, you know, I don't want to do that, I don't want to get the confusion with the other band. And everybody said, you know, well, so Tony came up and said, why don't we call it Venom Inc.? It's incorporating everything that we do. Makes sense, why not? But all the fans just say, you know, this is Venom. And all we're saying is we're just giving them the opportunity to decide. People decide, you know, people come to the shows, they pay money. We're not saying don't go and see Kronos, we're saying go see Kronos. Make up your own mind. Like both bands. Fucking hate both bands. This band has always been what we call Marmite. You love it or you fucking hate it. It's very straightforward. And that's, you know, that's all we ever wanted to be. We're just a fucking metal band, you know?
Right on. Well, thank you very much for your time. And tonight, we will welcome you to hell. That's it.
I got nothing. Brandon, talk shit. Brandon's not gonna do
I
it.
hate so much shit! What am I talking shit about? Give me a topic.
Everything is awful. Just, just let me.
Well, everything is.
Oh yeah, we live in a world with
Pretend you're on
no
Facebook.
I hate the bus. My job is shitty. Training people is awful.
Criticizing them.
I can't just randomly talk shit. I need some things. There's no more motor. That's fucked.
Or Eagles.
What's her name?
It's not right here. That's bullshit.
Film that guy really quick.
Hi, Joe! How are you, buddy?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm interviewing Joe Warren from Toxic Holocaust here. And what's that? Hold it down? Oh, okay. You just moved here a little bit ago to Portland. How do you like it, huh?
I love it, man. It's feels like home. I guess I've lived here for about eight or 9 years now. I lived in Los Angeles briefly in the middle of that, but I love it, man. I came from the East Coast, and you know, it's just I don't know. When I went on tour, Portland was the place that I liked the best.
You've been doing a lot of recording lately of a bunch of bands. Have you been doing writing new material for an album at all?
Yeah, I have probably about half the new record written. When I wrote the last record, I ended up writing about half the material for the next record at the same time, which is unlike me. Usually I write just enough to get the record done, but I guess I just had like a creative burst or something like that, and I wrote like a record and a half.
Yeah, I noticed you were using an old school, a new logo. Are you going to go back to the old school, or are you going to keep a different one? Or
Yeah, that old logo was just for not the last record, but the record before, and it was just something because the artwork kind of fit kind of a different vibe for the logo. The old logo kind of stuck out like a sore thumb too much with the artwork on that one. It was like a black and white piece that kind of just, the logo almost looked too futuristic for the artwork. So that was really the only reason. Everyone freaked out for pretty much no reason, really.
what's that, motherfucker? Oh yeah. This motherfucker. Hey, do you want to interview, motherfucker? Do you have any shows coming up over here?
Not right now. We're actually talking about doing some tours, probably like early of this year, but you know, in the next few months, but nothing solidified yet. It's been a long time since we played Portland. It's actually really hard for us to play Portland because half of the band lives on the East Coast, so it makes it like impossible to like rehearse and play shows out here, but so we kind of have to do it when we're on a tour, but hopefully soon.
Have you ever thought about finding some local motherfucking shredders to fucking do some shit with you?
I have, and it's like you know, we had a fill-in drummer for a while, and then we had a lineup change with our bass player. He went back to Canada, so now it's like even harder because it's like, you know, we're a three-piece, so 2/3 of the band live on the East Coast now. So, but I have thought about it, and you never know in the future that might happen.
Thanks for fucking doing this interview, Joel. And
Thank you.
fuck yeah, man.
Appreciate it. Let's go fucking see Venom, huh?
Hell yeah.
¿En español o en inglés? Estamos aquí. Estamos porque estamos. No. Estamos aquí ya listos para ver a gran Venom. Que pues es el Mantas, ¿no? Pero pues, va a tocar puro clásico acá de Venom y muy emocionados por verlos, ¿no? Porque.
De la escena metalera mexicana aquí en Portland.
Pues nosotros tres, ¿no? Pues que hay muy pocos y que ocupamos más. Y como mi querido amigo Chains lo sabe, que necesitamos unir, porque tanto show tan bueno que hay y las pocas bandas que vienen en español y nadie sabe porque no se promocionan. Acá los únicos morenitos, acá todos. Pero ocupamos We Need More Metal.